Hey folks, welcome back to another video. So here's the game plan today. We're going to finish up getting the rest of the words for Predator's Might, and once we have that all set, I think we'll be ready to go and get Zephyr, a really powerful heavy bow that we'll be using for most of the game. So we're here at Ancient's Ascent, Dragon Location, and Falkreath, and that's where we can get one of the Predator's Might words. There's usually some animals in here, so I'll have command animal on hotkey. Also, I just woke up, so I do apologize if my commentary is a little bit quiet today. I do got a coffee with me, hopefully that'll wake me up. Alright, let's take some buffs. The drained vitality dragons are the worst. Very annoying to fight. And also, in this location, you have to be really careful because the dragon tends to cheese you on this terrain. Like, he'll quickly turn and get an unfair wing slap. And sometimes I notice when you're on the stairs, he has like a little bit extra range for his bite attack. So it's just a very sketchy location to fight him. So I think we're just going to play it safe and hide behind here. I'm just worried he'll be able to like bite me through the pillar. But yeah, I've lost a couple runs to this dragon specifically. Of course, he had to hit me with one last drain vitality. Let's just wait for some of our stamina to come back. And drink some of my coffee in the meantime. Jesus Christ, or not. Look, I'm falling down the stairs. Yeah, my advice, don't be like me, don't get complacent. Because this game will do everything in its power to bullshit you if you give it the chance. Ooh. I think I already have an enchant of armor penetration. So there's our second word of Predator's Might. So we can unlock that. Let's see how much it gives us. That's 75 extra health and stamina. I'm sure we got some skills to increase too. Yeah, we sure do. And we're almost at 75 marksman. Once we get there, I'll just read 5 marksman skill books to quickly get us up to 80. Because a perk that I'm very interested in is penetrating shot, which will further increase our armor penetration bonus for ammunition. Once we have that perk, dragon health bars are just going to start melting. Alright, let's go get that third word. The next word is atop Ysgramor's tomb. Eventually we do have to come back here and clear the actual dungeon since it's part of the companion's quest line. But you can actually skip it by climbing up the terrain here. Because I think it's intended for you to get here after clearing the dungeon. And then you get the word wall as a sort of reward. I'm gonna get some silver arrow since we are gonna be fighting a Draugr up here. Oh yeah, I collected the bounty for the dragon we killed, and I read the marksman skill books. So we got it all the way up to 80. And so we have some spare greater insights. I'm going to start getting smithing up to 75. So there's 3 perks we want. We want penetrating shot, power shot, which lets us stagger opponents, and hunting stride will give us some extra movement speed for a heavy bow. So I think I'll start off with penetrating and power shot. So you can see we're staggering him now. It's not every shot, more like 50% chance, seems like. Alright, and so that's our final word. We do need a dragon soul to unlock it, so we're gonna go fight one more dragon. Alright, there's our guy up there. See him? Sometimes there's an animal spawn around here, like a bear or saber cat. They usually like attack at the worst time, like while you're fighting the dragon. So I'm just checking to make sure there'll be no ambush. But it looks like we're good. Oh, that was a nice shot. And it's a nice dragon. Yeah, so damage is looking pretty good. And that's 3 words of Predator's Might. So now I'm going to make some quick preparations and then we'll be ready to go get Zephyr. I'm not even going to try pronouncing this, but regardless, Zephyr is in here, and we want to go get it. So let's go do exactly that. So we're actually going to be fighting our first enchanted spear in here. And if you don't know what that is, it's an enemy exclusive to Requiem, and they are incredibly difficult to deal with. But I've made the right preparations to take one down.
What are you? Let me guess. You're here for the treasure. The items it made, but it's hopeless. Well, if you... All right, lead on then. This is where I ended up. It was quite the fall. Grab my journal, would you? We're going to need it. Watch yourself. Since the planet is closer than very unstable.
So aside from the enchanted spear, this place is pretty easy for the most part. I did make constitution potions for the Falmer. Just to be safe, if you're fighting Falmer, you want at least 100% poison resist. Otherwise, there's a chance that they can paralyze you when you get hit. So with that, they shouldn't really pose any threat to us. Oh, I thought I got hit for a second. Yeah, so Falmer are pretty similar to Draugr, where they have like very simple and predictable attack patterns, but they hit like trucks. Alright, now we can get Hunting Stride, which is perfect timing since we're about to get Zephyr, and that's a heavy bow. Anyone in here? Man, this place is really dark. I apologize if you can't really see that well.
This one's mine.
Gonna put on my feather falling ring for just this area specifically. And now up ahead we have a little mini boss that we have to fight. He's a wizard, and he summons two dwarven spheres. I think he has a staff that summons a dwarven spider. So I will pop resist magic for him. Also take resist projectiles. It's quite tanky. Yeah, that's good damage. Alright, that's one of the spheres down. Alright, and once the spheres are down, we can go target him. Not really a difficult fight if you take the proper precautions.
Here's where I fell. Feels like ages ago. Hey, there's my bow.
And here it is.
Out on the log. I wonder what happened to it.
Oh, Zephyr, my beloved.
Take good care of it for me.
So it's a heavy bow. Spectral does 108, and this does 217. But with the caveat that you could only use dwarven arrows, unless you clear Vanchenzel and do the quest Forbidden Knowledge. And that will make it so that you can use any ammunition type to get the full bonus of Zephyr. And the main draw of Zephyr, pun intended, is its draw speed. Very quick compared to other bows. So let's go ahead, favorite that. Make that number 1, and Spectral Bow will be our number 2. And now comes the main event, the Dwarven, the Enchanted Sphere. So, couple things to note about these guys. Their damage is absolutely insane. Not only do they have really strong bolts that will penetrate your armor, but they also have elemental bolts that will explode. In addition to that, they regenerate 25 health per second, unless they take damage, lightning damage that is, and that will temporarily slow it down to 3 per second. So some of the preparations I made, I have Potion of Resist Projectiles. I'm also going to be dodging to get that extra 25 ranged resist that I got from that evasion perk. I also made a whole bunch of shocking oils, so he'll always be taking lightning damage and won't be regenerating his health as quickly. And I made Dwarven Arrow of Ice. Since they don't have any frost resistance, he'll be able to take the full damage from those explosions. And if we run out of those, we'll just swap to the Silverline Dwarven Arrow to get that extra armor penetration. As it goes without saying, they have very high armor rating. Alright, so I'm going to take Nordmead. Thought my game almost crashed for a second. There's just a little stutter. Grilled Leeks. I'm going to fortify my health here. We just want as much health as possible. And we'll do one of my resist projectiles. So we have 2 toxicity. I'll also do fortify marksman strength. Alright. Let's take him on. Actually, first, I'm going to hotkey stronger potion, because we might want to regenerate health quicker. Alright, let's go fight him. Nice. Ow. Almost there. Ow. Got him.
Hold up. You get it wrong and, well, you've seen what happened when I tried. And that was just one trap. Beyond that, well, maybe one of our predecessors still has a clue.
Alright, so that went pretty well. How much ranged resistance did I have? He had 25 plus an extra 25 from the dodging, so even with 50% range resistance, he was still doing that much damage to me. Alright, I'm gonna go look up this puzzle because I don't feel like guessing it.
You might look around a bit. Maybe one of our predecessors still has a clue. That's it. Keep going. Almost. Got it. So this is it. So, I saw a drawing of it. I had a map. For the first time in a long while, I think we may actually be able to do this. And I owe it all to you. Thank you.
Alright, so we got Zephyr now. Let's see, what should we do next? We should probably do Avanchenzel then. Because eventually we're gonna move up to Ebony arrows instead of Dwarven arrows, and we still want to get the benefit for Zephyr. So let's go do that real quick. We're gonna take on Avanchenzel now. We're a little bit overpowered for this place, so I'm just gonna try and blitz through it quickly. I'm just gonna grab some more arrows just in case. But yeah, I would consider this to be one of the lower level Dwemer dungeons. In fact, it seems like everyone typically does this one early on. Yeah, that's right. I killed the first couple of spiders here when I was trying to get some Dwarven arrows early on. This trap was already set off. We already have the resist shock enchant.
Why are all these metal things ignoring us?
Abanshanzel is waiting.
Waiting for what?
No one seems to know.
I told you, we should have hired a thief.
We are thieves, you fool. We're stealing the cube.
And yet none of us can pick a damned lock.
This place is huge. It is large indeed. I did not anticipate Abanshanzel's size.
So I have a question for those of you who also play on Permadeath. So I'm wondering, what level do you guys typically fight Alduin? Because for me personally, I don't really have a set level where I typically fight Alduin, but I do have a cutoff point where I don't want to fight Alduin if I've gotten like way too strong for him. So basically what I do is that I've set level 35 as my cutoff point. And no matter where I am in the build or what I'm doing, the moment I hit level 35, I just have to basically stop what I'm doing and just go straight to Skulldolphin. It's just sort of a self-imposed rule I've kind of given myself. That stagger is really coming in handy.
I thought you said these things were sleeping.
You said they were sleeping. I said they were waiting. It seems.
And up ahead we have the enchanted dwarven spider. which is far less difficult than the Enchanted Sphere. In fact, they're actually kind of easy. Oh, I'm still wearing the Pure Mixture ring. Swap back to Dwindling Magic. But yeah, basically it's just a bigger Dwarven spider. But they have access to magic. So I noticed that they switch between Firebolt, Ice Spike, and Lightning Bolt. And it's dead. Good boss. I mean, early on they can be pretty tough, depending on the build. So it's a nice little mini boss for a low-level Dwemer dungeon.
Drennan!
We are close now. Can you hear the lexicon calling out? Sure.
So we grab it and we get out.
Almost there, folks.
We're almost there. I can hear the lexicon.
Yeah,
Come on,
thanks, dude.
quickly.
Something doesn't feel right. We need to leave.
I did not come all the way here just to walk out into.
Alright, and so we're gonna fight a Centurion now.
Right there. Run, damn it!
I think that's the first one we fought this run. Ow. Damn, I got hit twice by that. Careful. Ooh. Alright, and just like that, we can use any ammunition type for Zephyr. Which means that we can fight Draugr with it and equip silver arrows. And eventually we can upgrade to the ebony arrows. I'm going to save this perk. So we just finished off a pretty easy dungeon that I was, quite over leveled for. So I thought it'd only be fair if we do something that I'm not really very confident in. We're here in Winterhold, and we're going to go down to the Midden because there's a slighted down here. And if you don't know what a slighted is, it's basically Dremora who is invisible and has, I believe it has 100% armor rating. So if it hits me with an attack, it's essentially treating it as though I'm not wearing any armor at all. So yeah, I'm rightfully pretty nervous. I have somewhat of a game plan, but if it goes wrong, I will not hesitate to run out and try again another time. As you can see, I'm pretty nervous, but here's what we got. I'm going to be using the spectral bow because I don't want to sacrifice any of my mobility at all. We're going to be inside a relatively cramped area, and I want to be able to move as best I can. I made Silverline Dwarven Arrow of Shock. I wanted to maximize my armor penetration, and in addition to that, they don't resist shock damage at all. Plus, with my Ammunition Specialist perk, with shock ammunition, there is a chance to stagger the opponent, on top of the chance to stagger I already have with Power Shot. And they don't have any poison resist at all, so I did make poison of lingering damage health. So essentially what the idea is I'm just going to try and get it stuck in a stagger loop and just whittle it away with shock damage and poison damage as best I can. So yeah, that's the plan. I'm not exactly certain if it's going to work or not, but we're going to do it. At least we're going to try. And there's a reason why I want to do it. It's because you get access to the Astronaut Forge. And with that, I can make as many frost salts, lightning salts as I want, and basically give myself an unlimited supply of elemental arrows. Okay. Man. I'm so nervous. Oh, there's also a Draugr in here, so I might want to get some silver arrows. I'm also going to take Constitution potion because I believe it has a chance to paralyze you based on your poison resistance. At least I think it does. And I have Fortify Marksman as well. Alright. It's just down here now. Alright, where is it? There it is. Come on. Come on. Come on. Oh, I scared my guinea pigs. Alright, we did it. Alright. So, we now have access to the Atronach Forge, and we can use that to get as many elemental arrows as we want now. So, yep. Feeling good about that, and I think that's a good area to end the episode, so see you in the next one, and thank you for watching.